Hi, welcome. That didn't take long. I put my first mod up and somebody tried it and it didn't work for them. All in about 10 minutes. So, I've tried it. I've done a complete fresh install of Fallout 4. Downloaded my mod from Nexus and it worked. The replacement, everything. So I'm not sure what problem they're having. I do know there was kind of a weird little thing from me exporting the archive as far as the file format naming was, but I still went ahead and did what I did when I was initially building the mod, and it worked fine. So I figured maybe it's just the way they're copying them. So hopefully this will help, and it'll also give everybody a good idea of what to do as far as putting your own songs in. I know it's only 11 songs right now. The main reason for that is I actually had 50 that I had loaded in, but they were in blocks of 4 to 5 songs that would take up about 20 to 23 minutes, and I'll explain that later. And not randomized, I just want to play sequentially through 50 songs. I don't really need them randomized. By the time I get to the end of it, it's been almost 5-6 hours. So anyway, the way to do this is the only folder that you really have to worry about is, I'm going to expand this out a little bit so you can see it, is under your Steam library, Steam Apps, Common, Fallout 4, Data, Sounds, FX, Muse, Radio, Pre-War Classic Radio, ESP. This is where it stores the files that are going to be played on the Pre-War Classic radio station. So as it is right now, if I click on one of these, you're going to hear my lovely voice.
Song number one.
Song number one. These are just placeholders. The whole reason why I created this mod is so that I could play my own songs while I'm wandering around a wasteland, wasting people in the Commonwealth. And I don't want to get in trouble for copyright violations, so here's a method for me to put my own music in, whatever playlist. If I want to go 80s pop, or if I want to go some metal or today's music, whatever it is, or whatever combination of those it is, I want to be able to play my own stuff. So the only way to do that was to create this mod with specific names, and it has to be in the .wav format. Now, I don't know if somebody tried to take an MP3 and just say .wav, but I know that Fallout 4 plays at least 2 that I know of at the moment. Sound formats. One is the XVM format. I think that's what it's called. Actually, I can tell you here in a second. Nope, I got rid of them. And then the other, no, I didn't. That is them, but it's what you use a Skyrim audio converter for. But anyway, I digress. Mod's downloaded, it's installed. These 10 files need to be replaced in order for you to hear music. I'm going to show you how to do that, and hopefully you'll hear it as well. And then I can talk about that other format here in just a little bit. I may do another video for that and how you can save a lot of space, because these WAV files are huge. The 50 songs that I had originally tried to use took up about a gig as waves. As the XVM format, they took up 100 megs. So you can have a long playlist that way. But anyway, I'll get to that later. Fallout 4. It's going to come up in a kind of a, well, let's fix that real quick. Let's put that window borderless. Play. I've been bouncing between screens today, so it's a little bit out there. Alright, so like I said, I've got a modless game saved. I'm going to turn mods on real quick and go back, let it reload the selection. Shouldn't take too long. Alright, so we're going to load. I do not want that. Don't use exit save, so we use this one. Alright, so completely unmodded vanilla game. There are no other mods installed but the classic radio. Go into classic radio, turn it on, you can hear me counting down voices.
Song number 6.
So
Song number 7.
you'll hear it cycle through to 11 and then it should go back to 1.
Song
And the reason why I started at 5
Song number 10
is because
Song
the
11.
quest starts when
Song
the game
number
starts.
1.
So the music's always
Song number
playing,
2.
you just don't always hear it.
Song number 3.
And now
Song
we're back
number
to
4.
5. So what I'm going to do
Song
is I'm
number
going to
5.
exit out now.
Song.
Save, so I'll just do it the quick and dirty way. Alright, so that was these files here playing, and you know, song number 5. Sure. Song number 5. There we go. So that was song number 5. So what we want to do is we're going to take these files, which are, as you can tell, quite a bit bigger. And I don't actually want those. I want not those. These. I'm going to just drag and drop them in here. And place files as destination. So now you can see, I think the first one's Godsmack, maybe? Yeah, Godsmack. And then we've got
Tennessee.
Okay, Tennessee. Then this should be AC/DC maybe? Nope. Sorry. That would be Billy Idol. And then AC/DC. Alright, so here's those 4 songs, and that's what we should hear playing on the radio now when we go back into the game. So let's go back up and follow 4. Hit play. And what I'll do is I'll let each song do a little snippet, then I'll pause it, let the song play through, then so you can see that all 4 of them are actually playing. So go back to load, go back to our unmodded game. Yep. So let's go into radio.
Song number 8.
There's 8.
Song number 9. Song number 10. Song 11.
Now it should play. And yes, it is. Alright, so I'm going to pause now and I'll come back when Tennessee starts playing. Alright, so that's going off. I think Tennessee was the next song up. Once this fades out. God, her fingers are white, aren't they? That's what happens when you just throw something together. Okay, so next song, Tennessee, that's playing. I'll be back in just a second. Alright, so Tennessee just stopped. There we go with Eyes Without a Face. So back here in just a second. Okay, so Eyes Without a Face is ending. And now it should roll into Little Brit. There we go. So the 4 songs do work. I'll go ahead and come back in a second and show you that it'll cycle from 5 all the way back up to 11 and then back around to 1. So back in just a second. Alright, so there's the end of that song, and now it should
Song
just be me
number
talking.
5.
And there it is.
Song
I'm talking.
number 6.
So
Song number 7.
we'll let it get to 11 and then
Song
come back
number
around, then I'll go ahead and stop it.
Song number 9. Song number 10. Song 11.
And there it is. So I don't know what issues the other person had, but that's just a vanilla load of Fallout 4 with me just taking 4 WAV files and dumping them in there, and starting the game over, and it worked just fine. So maybe there is a mod conflict, and I'm just not aware of it. Possibly put it lower down in the load order, since it really does not affect anything else in the game. That's all I got for now. Thanks.